Alright, welcome to another ZEOS demo, this time with Block Explorer. We have the protocol now in its final version deployed to a UX private testnet. And yeah, I just wanted to show you guys real quick how it's now gonna look like and how it's gonna work. As you remember, last time I introduced you guys to the command line interface, which I'm also gonna use again this time. And but when you created the wallet there, you still needed to set a second privacy account, which was then used to settle privacy transactions. This is because you want to not have your normal personal EOS account linked to any privacy actions, right? But for anyone who's familiar with the white paper, I already introduced the concept back then, based on contract pays, that uses the ZEOS token as a fee token to break the link between personal EOS accounts and privacy actions. And the way this is gonna work is there is the ZEOS alias account, which is formerly known as the ZEOS Proxy. It's now called the ZEOS alias, and this account, it has a certain public permission which anyone can use to execute private transactions. But you have to pay, instead of paying, so the contract will pay for the EOS resources, but you have to pay a transaction fee denominated in ZEOS. So the way it's gonna work, I'm gonna show you guys now. So Matthias, this is my personal EOS account here. I have 1900 UTX tokens. And I also have some other tokens like ZEOS. Okay, so, and what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna open my ZEOS wallet. I already have one. I'm not gonna show the creation process this time, but it's the same way, except that you don't have to add a second EOS account anymore, or an EOS account at all. Then we're gonna move assets from my EOS account into the wallet, and let's say we're gonna move, let's say 20 UTX tokens, and let's say in addition to that we also want to move, let's say 48 ZEOS tokens, plus 48 ZEOS. And yeah, let's also let's just do that. Okay. And as you can see, the generation of the transaction goes way faster than last time, because I now use a release build of the library. So it's just a matter of seconds, if at all. And yeah, I just executed the mint of these two UTXOs. So I didn't show the wallet balances before, but anyway, let's sync. And let's also see here how the transaction looks like. So I refresh. And then we go down to the most recent transaction, which you can see here. And as you can see, from my personal EOS account, I moved 20 UTX and 48 ZEOS tokens into the ZEOS for privacy account. This is the account where the ZEOS protocol contract is deployed to. And then we pay the transaction fee into the ZEOS alias account. This time we also pay it because it's a mint action, right? We move assets from, I have the diagram here, we move assets from our personal EOS account into the private ZEOS wallet, and we do that by executing mint. And we pay our transaction fee, because we move this way from the EOS world to the ZEOS world, we pay our transaction fee from our EOS account. And that's what you see here. And then finally we execute the mint of these two UTXOs using the public permission of the ZEOS alias account. Okay, so the only thing that can be linked to my account in this case is, of course, the assets that I have moved into the protocol. But other than that, every action that has to do with the ZEOS protocol needs to be executed using this permission here of the ZEOS alias account. And it is you cannot execute it using an individual EOS account anymore. This is blocked. So this enforces the use, first of all, it makes it foolproof, and it enforces the use of the ZEOS token as a fee token. And that, makes sure that no one can mess up the privacy anymore. And of course, it adds also tremendous utility to the ZEOS token finally, which is the whole purpose of the ZEOS token, right? To exactly break this link. For anyone who's interested, you can look into the ZEOS white paper. This is still up-to-date information. Actually, now that I moved back to Grow 16, a lot of the things become up-to-date again. But yeah, I will not go into any details. For now, all that is important is that all these protocol actions, mint, private transfers, and burn, which is used to move assets out of private ZEOS wallets back into EOS accounts, all of these actions have to be paid for with the ZEOS token. Okay? Yeah, maybe let's do this. Yeah, and I minted 2 UTXOs, and the CPU cost is only 2.4 milliseconds. So this is about 1.2 per mint. It's also about the numbers that I always got here, which is absolutely amazing. This is ultra scalable, all thanks to the new BLS host functions that are now being added to Leap, which makes all that possible. You can. Now I want to showcase that as well. Let's say, so the mint actions are the cheapest ones. Let's burn some. So I will show the balances first. So we have now in this wallet here 107 UTX tokens and 121 ZEOS tokens. Let's say we want to move 7 UTX out of the wallet back into my EOS account here. Okay. So just real quick, here you can see it's 20 less than before, and also ZEOS tokens. It's also more than just, what was it, the 7, because we also paid the transaction fee, right? But anyway, let's now move 7 tokens back into this account here from the wallet. So we type in wallet move. This is our destination account, and we want to move assets out. 7 UTX, sorry. And sub, transaction generated and pushed. And we paid less than 3 milliseconds. I mean, that's not what we paid, but the ZEOS alias account paid this. While we burned 2 UTXOs at the very least, right? Because we had to burn 1 for the UTX token and 1 for the fee token to pay the fee amount. So let's see what that looked like on the blockchain. So first of all, we have now 7 UTX more. And this is the transaction here. Complete private transaction. It's executed again with the public permission of the ZEOS alias account. And you can see a transaction fee has been paid. Here is the transaction fee. Has been paid in private, so it's coming out of the ZEOS privacy contract, which, is responsible for all privacy actions, and goes into the ZEOS alias account. So we burned that out of our wallet. And then, of course, the actual transfer into the personal EOS account here, the 7 UTX tokens. Fully untraceable. No one could tell that I executed this transaction. Anyone could have did this transfer, into this EOS account here, into my EOS account. All right, and yeah, as you can see, two UTXOs, and it's not even 3 milliseconds of CPU time. So you can imagine, how many UTXOs you are able to spend. This can scale up to, easily 10 UTXOs. And it might even be the case that we can scale further than that using batch verification. But this is all future stuff. There's just so much, on the ZK Snark side of things that, I can look into and where you can improve. For now, I'm pretty happy with what I have. This thing is already super scalable. It's super easy to integrate this with other applications. So this is what I'm going to showcase at some point in the next weeks with the DEX. So get ready for that. This is gonna be really, really cool. And yeah, but for now, all that matters is the ZEOS token will become the gas token for all privacy actions on the EOS blockchain. And that's it for now. And yeah, stay tuned for more.